Hey,
Hi,
hey, welcome.
how you doing?
Welcome to the Sad Dads Club podcast.
This is the show.
This is the show.
If you were ever going to listen to a show, this is that one.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you're-
at the bottom of
and
the
you're
list.
probably thinking to yourself, why in the hell do I want to listen to a couple of sad dads, self-proclaimed sad dads?
Self-proclaimed. We are capable of diagnosing these things on our own.
Yeah, we know.
with
We get
the-
it.
Yeah.
We're not really sad. I mean, unless you have some depression and
No,
anxiety that
no,
I'm not aware of.
I take no meds. I am not diagnosed with any emotional intolerances,
Oh, yeah.
including sadness.
I mean, I only wanted to kill myself yesterday,
Well, was it at work?
mostly.
Sad dad.
Sad dads. That
Sad-
was,
sad dad.
yeah.
Sad dad moment.
It reminds me of there's a movie, We Are the Millers. Have you seen that?
Jason Sudeikis,
Is that his name?
the SNL guy.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think he was from SNL. But he
Jason Bateman.
no,
No.
but what's her?
What was the premise?
So they have to smuggle drugs across the border, and he basically hires these people to be his family, and they do it in a Winnebago.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yes, and
It is Jason Sudeikis.
he goes because his hair is all like
A kid gets bit by a tarantula and has a terribly swollen
Yes,
issue.
right.
Was it his nuts?
Oh yeah.
He had huge nut.
Oh, he got big. nut.
Sad son, but not a sad dad.
Well, my point is that when he goes into the barber before they try to pull off this stunt, and he goes through the list of things that he wants his haircut to look like, and it's like every terrible thing you'd never wish on anybody, right? Like, make me look like I have to get up every day and drive 2 hours to a job I hate,
Yeah.
all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. And then, of course, in the background, there's a guy who raises his hand and says, "That's me. That's my cut."
That's
he
my
goes,
cut.
"Yeah, give me that cut." So that was kind of funny.
Average,
Sad dads.
Average Joe.
Yeah. We're not necessarily sad dads, but we have a funny story about how we became sad dads.
We do.
And by the way, we haven't really even introduced ourselves. And I'm Jim.
See, now here's where we had discussed before.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go as Foo or Jay? Because I discussed this with the kids. I'm like, well, he had posed a good question. So how do you reference? How did the discussion go? And I said, well, bottom line is, I have many nicknames. It's like the devil, I guess.
The ones that we don't care about are the ones that you and
Right.
your wife use with each
And
other.
it was in the end, if I said call me Foo,
Uh-huh.
and we're in a natural course of conversation, and you refer to me as Jay or Jason, then it is what it is. And then for me to come back and go, "Psst, oh, yo, dog, I need you. I'm trying to be not a mouse, and I need you to call me Foo." And now we have to re-record that shit. So really,
It's up to you. You're the destiny maker for yourself. So if you want to be Foo, you be Foo.
I'd
You
go
wanna
by
be-
Foo then. I think more
right.
people will recognize if we were to pull in people, more people would. I think Foo. I'm the Lord Foo.
Do you think
and Foo for
that's in
short.
certain cliques though, or do you think that's everywhere?
I think that has evolved. Because
Has it become
the
something
kids
bigger
don't,
than-
right? The kids don't, but Venus is over the course of has gaming in not necessarily any particular game, but as the cliques migrate, the name has stuck.
Right.
As far as the gaming avatar is the Lord Foo,
Right.
no, but Foo
Foo.
has
Sure.
has stuck, and it has pressed itself, latched
Latched on.
onto domestic, outside of game.
But I mean, do you have other family members calling you Foo besides your homestead?
No. Jay. Brother, Jay. Sister, Jay.
Okay.
And dad is son or idiot.
Now
Watch your mouth, Dad.
Yeah,
you call me
sense.
respectable names.
Foo Dad.
Foo Dad.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I mean, it's funny because I say Jim, but a lot of people who know me in the same circles as you know me as GYM Jim.
Right.
To differentiate myself from other people.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me either way. I have many nicknames that I've acquired over the years.
Right.
Shimmy Jimmy is one of them, which I think is funny. Which I don't dance.
You don't fancy yourself a dancer.
It doesn't come from a dance
no
place.
No emails for recruitment on Dancing with the Stars.
Maybe that's what those were.
Shit. Those go straight to my junk, man. It's like if it's not tap dancing, I'm not showing up.
They go straight to Jason's junk.
Yeah.
Sorry, Foo's junk.
See? Aha.
Well, I tend to call people by their name, mostly.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want Foo, I will do my darndest to say Foo.
Well, how about this? There's a key. You may hear me referenced as Jay, Jason, or Foo almost interchangeably.
Right.
I accept that. That seems to be a more natural thing.
I'm happier that mine's a little less complicated, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Because most people won't know the translation of, well, are they saying Jim as in let's go and climb a rope and do naughty things behind the bleachers?
Is his middle name Nasium?
Yeah.
Right.
Where do we sign up for dodgeball on Jimmy?
Right.
Right.
Well, it's funny because now that I've been called GYM, literally just because of the written words and differentiation between me and myself and another Jim.
Right.
When I see the word Jim written out in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, they're talking about me. That, like when they say they go to the gym, and you know what that means, right? It's GYM.
Yeah.
And I always in my mind go, that's right, they're going to the gym.
To the gym.
To the me.
To the you.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
And in school, and of all the places I've been, I have never seen that reference used as a way to differentiate the gyms. And I don't remember who.
It was me.
Was it you that came up?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, well that's easy.
Right.
Yeah, and I've never seen it anywhere ever, but it sticks because it works.
Yeah. Well, it's still my name, but it's just
call me James. Shit, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, and the written word is where you're really differentiating.
It's like quirky. It's like you instantly know which gym.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, being a gym,
right?
Being called gymnasium was not outside the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
So.
Whoa! Is that a fat joke?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to. Hey.
Yeah.
Sad dad.
Yeah, sad dad. So that's kind of where we come from, and Jason and I, or Foo and I, know each other. We met playing a game called Ingress. Which.
Through a completely third-party guy who's also a sad dad, Ted.
Yes, he is a sad dad, but he had to move away.
And that sad dad.
He really moved away.
Indeed.
I don't think you can get much further away.
They're your giant clock numbers on your thing.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Hey, wow, those are huge numbers. Well, wait till halfway.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, wait till the 45-minute mark.
Yeah. Wow.
But, he moved far away, so he's in the sad dad's realm, but not in the podcast.
Right.
So to speak. And then we have another one who we'll probably have on the show at some point, I would imagine.
I would imagine so.
Toast. His name, we call him Toast, or Chris Toast.
Yeah.
And he would probably be on the show at some point.
Right. We share enough of those cool talents between each other that if we were ever to speak about something,
yeah,
he's intertwined.
Yeah.
So he would get roped in.
Yeah.
we may have to trank him, but
Well, yeah,
he'll get roped in.
Hey, there's some drones in my garage.
Yeah.
Why don't you come
Yeah.
by and check them out? And then be like, yeah,
I'm having
just-
a real tough time charging these lipos, Toast. Would you could you come over here and help me? Oh, trank him. Drag him
there's-
in here. We'll
there's-
just tape a mic to his face.
there's a mic on your,
He'll be good.
yeah. So, and you're probably wondering, where are we going with this, right?
Right.
What's the deal with the Sad Dads Club podcast? Like,
Why
what do
would you want to rate us so awesomely if you had no idea of our purpose?
Right.
Right.
What's your guys' deal? What separates you from other people?
That's a damn good question.
Well, we kind of feel like we're dads, and we're sad dads, but we're not really sad. We have a lot to offer people as far as things that we're interested in and life
Right.
things.
I think when a lot of the impetus and the instigation for these ideas come from how we came together through the game. So when you start to engage with multiple people and multiple different personalities, and you start to have these things where, man, you hear it a lot in passing, but it's that guy, he's so funny. Or I enjoy listening to, and the stories and the jokes and the life experiences. Man, I need help with that. It's that guy or gal that can help you build it. The computer. Oh, I need help with the computer. But I feel like our conversations and life experiences warranted. Hey, what would happen if you were to take some of these conversations and put it out there for public consumption? And you're not a 5-star athlete. You're not
an actor or an actress.
an actor or actress. You're not an Instagram influencer.
I don't wear a thong, and I'm not hot.
Yeah, you ain't seeing me balance no champagne glass on my twerk shelf or
Right.
whatever they call those things now.
Right.
We got one.
At least one.
All right, we got one, right? I count myself as a subscriber and a reviewer and a follower for sure. And then I think if I were to get introspective about it, because when we had talked about where would you do this, and I think as a dad, some of the things that I find myself needing to do. Oh, yeah, there's water over there. To do for the. Oh, you brought your own. Oh, it's anti-contaminated. Hey, I didn't open the bottles. It's to.
That was your first mistake.
Oh, bottled water?
Right. Well, bottle of anything.
Do you just want
Was there vodka? Because
Oh, you want
I
to hit
didn't
the
see
sauce?
it.
Hit the sauce. It was. I think to get more familiarity with what's be a better parent. I think I'm always striving to try and be a good example, and I think in the current place we are with social media, it's one of those things where if you're not engaged in some way, whether it's absorption or production of it, you may lose your opportunity to have some sort of understanding of where your kids are and what your kids find interesting.
Right.
While I think the interesting part for me personally is that I don't find myself a social butterfly. So these things of putting yourself out there are quite uncomfortable for me.
Like for me personally, I just hate Snapchat.
Yeah,
I just hate Snapchat.
Facebook and Snapchats. I'm terrible at those things.
I'm fine with Facebook, except I haven't used it in a while. But Snapchat, every time I have to open that app because somebody sent me something, I
something.
grit the teeth and I curse their name. Because
And if it's not
just,
that, you got hacked, because I just saw the thing about Facebook getting 50 million users.
jeez,
We're all boned. So to circle back, it's put yourself out there so that as an example for the kids, like, well, and then there's the success and failure side of it. It's like, there's no magic 8 ball here that says it takes off. but the experience of doing it and the understanding that you try, you throw stuff at the wall, you see what sticks, and somewhere along the way, hopefully, there are lessons that you can translate to the kids when they run into something close.
Well, and to be forthcoming here, we're different places with our kids as far as
Right. Yes.
My kids are older. I have a son that's 21 and a daughter who is 17 and has moved out and gone to college.
Right.
And Foo's kids are younger.
Just in high school.
Just starting high school.
Still in middle school. So a daughter and a son.
Yep. And so we're in different places in our lives. And I think all the mistakes that I will have made as a parent, I think I probably mostly have made most of them. That's the way I kind of look at it. I will make mistakes moving forward, yes. But as a parent, as a person bringing up children, which is not an easy thing to do.
You're almost at the end of the road as far as the child rearing mistakes.
Right. Yeah. We're at the mode now where it's like, now you get to make your own mistakes.
Yeah.
You
got to turn wide into the garage.
Yeah, now
turn wide.
Now
God damn it. Data's turn wide.
Yeah, now we're in the mode where you're giving more advice and not injecting yourself into the
right. There's a little less hand holding and
yes.
a little bit more like waiting for the shepherding questions,
right?
But not so much the corralling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you didn't turn wide. Well, I know of a great body shop.
I do.
Because I've done that too.
Well, I haven't.
Well, I haven't either.
No, only dipshits do.
I wouldn't treat my car like that.
Nobody should be treating their
right.
car
I started
like
getting
that.
cold sweats when it was raining on my car about half an hour ago.
I bet.
If that better not be hail because I will cut a bitch.
You were forced to have your car out of the garage.
Right. This is
And
like the
then-
old Steve Jobs stuff. We're in a garage
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah, and not only were you forced because of the podcast situation to move your car out of the garage, but we've had some weather coming through, which lots of lightning and crazy rain, and so
Right, up until half an hour, 45 minutes ago, it was
dumping.
all. Was it? Did it
Yeah,
dump?
yeah.
All we heard was thunder, and I was like, man. Venus was saying, my wife, I'm married, happily married. I love my wife. She's great.
Who's your wife?
My wife.
I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah. It was all bark. It was all thunder. There was no.
I swear it was raining, wasn't it?
And
raining?
then
Yeah, it was raining.
then when you showed up, it finally
Oh,
rained.
yeah,
is
yeah,
what
okay.
we're saying. We were like, man,
Yeah,
if this is another one of those where they're earlier I think the forecast was like 0.011 inches expected. We're like,
well, I think there was
really? Maybe you just hold it up and let us.
There was a band that
like
stretched
0.25.
like I don't know.
Was that the traffic?
40 miles.
Was that why?
I had rain most of my hour commute home.
Oh, so that could have been why some of it was red too.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
A lot of it was from the rain. I saw 3 spun out cars tonight.
Oh yeah, first rain, all that oil coming up out of the.
The water on the road was like frothy white. It was weird. So, but just some perspective on
I told you I fixed that sleep thing, but apparently did it anyway.
where we come from. I guess I have to teach you actually how to use your Mac.
Yeah. PC guy.
Lessons for the Fooster.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're coming from, and
There's no shame in that if there was some sort of in the long ball, there were monetary kickbacks from popularity. I'm certainly not opposed to any generation there. So, that would be passive bonus.
right.
But really, I think There's the rain again.
Well, I kind of just feel like let's do this,
Right.
And
get it out there.
even the monetary thing.
I find this
that's just a
healthy
bonus.
either way.
Yeah, do it and just find out where it goes.
Yeah.
What happens?
Well,
I mean,
there's at least one listener,
we,
right?
the right-
and then there's maybe,
yeah.
I could give you a USB stick and you may just like,
I don't know what happened to it.
yeah. I was busy editing, but God, I was watching Housewives or something.
I don't know what happened.
My audition tapes for Dancing with the Stars.
The show's file just disappeared.
Shimmy Jimmy.
Oh gosh. So anyway, that's kind of where we're coming from, and we hope to kind of do things about things that we like over the summer.
I call those like variety shows. It was a
Well-
variety show.
Well,
right?
we did a lot of stuff with car stereo audio over the summer,
Yes.
and that is another person we'll probably end up having on the show is Mike.
Right.
And we'll have him at some point. But in my mind, that dude and you are very talented when it comes to doing car stereo stuff. I mean, what you did in your car was pretty amazing, and what he did to his girlfriend's car
Was amazing.
was amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean,
He has like listening. I enjoy listening to Mike talk about car stuff
Uh-huh.
because it's just a lot of it was stuff that I couldn't afford to do.
Right.
But he has such a wide experience with varying stuff. It's just campfire, listen to car wrenching.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The story about he bought the Acura,
Oh yeah.
drove it home, and had people waiting in the garage, and
To
they
gut it
ripped
and-
it
yeah.
apart. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then turned it into like some crazy stuff.
Monster-
famous car.
yeah, that was like in magazines and stuff. That's amazing stuff to me. That's kind of
Have you heard him talk about how they like all absolute zeroed a number of parts
I
to
don't even-
increase integrity?
what does that mean? Absolute zero.
He had, well, I'm probably going to butcher the story, but he had a bunch of parts. His buddy had a thing that could like reduce, like freeze, like liquid nitrogen kind of thing. Like take a metal part and drop it to almost absolute zero kind of a thing. And then it was almost like like when you divers have to go down when they go real, real deep and they have to come up for depressurization to prevent the bends. The same kind of thing happens with apparently how to do this with parts and metal. You freeze it, take it way, way, way down, and then you have to gradually bring the part up, and it does something to the metal as far as bonds, and it gives it more structural integrity.
The warming of the part, the slow warming of the part.
Right, you're almost tempering it. Really,
yeah.
is what it is. But
Instead of dropping it
but
into
you have to
oil
take
or
it
water.
way, way, way down, and then you bring it back up slowly. You can't just
Tempering must be is that the opposite, where you heat it up and drop it in oil
yeah,
or water?
yeah,
and it like instantly cools.
yeah. Anyway, really
So that's
cool, an amazing conversation. He had to do that with like a supercharger or something like that, and he got more pounds pressure out of a supercharger than the manufacturer. They're like, you shouldn't be doing that. You can't be doing it. How are you doing that? And he's like, well, we did this.
And they're like, what?
Come see it. Check it out. Watch. Like an amazing story.
Wow.
Amazing story.
Oh, I remember him talking about that, but I don't remember him talking about how they did it. So that's interesting.
A lot of my car stuff comes from, right, so we're also, I would say, middle class, so that's part of the sad dad thing. So a lot of my tutelage as far as what I know with cars came from the need to, well, I can't take it to a shop and say, I want these components, here's my car for a week.
Right.
It was a lot of, right. It was like, this is the car that I need to get to my job. I don't have the kind of money to buy the premium parts or the premium install stuff. I'll get middle of the road
and do it yourself.
and I'll have to do it myself.
Right.
And, it's one of those things where you get your hands dirty, you make the calluses, and you learn along the way.
Right.
Sometimes you break the body panel, sometimes you break the whatnot. But
Is that what Data's did to his car?
Yeah.
Pretty
Swing wide on the garage. Turn wide, baby.
He didn't have the money to turn wide, so he
turned wide.
Poor kid.
Poor, he was so close. Is there ETA on that? Friday?
Friday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right. He's been talking about that. I can't wait till Friday. We're like, what's Friday? Get my car back.
Nice.
So. Oh, that's the other.
Misses it more than his college sister.
So Data's is our. He's acting as producer at the moment, although not really producing much. But he's acting as producer at the moment. That is my son, who's older. He's 21. He has a Volkswagen GTI, which he tore the side of the car down a wall at a storage facility, trying to put it into the space. And it's been in the shop for a couple weeks at my buddy's shop. Artistic Collision Center, if anyone's interested in Rancho Cordova. He does excellent work. He always has. And he's probably the only guy I would ever trust to work on any of my cars. So Data's been waiting for his car to come back. Apparently, they had to order the part from Nazi Germany.
Schwetzel.
Because it's taken its sweet time to get here. I figured they had to go back in time to get the Panzer out of the way so we can make a GTI part.
Someone wheel out the Messerschmitt and take off the tail rudder. It needs to go on the GTI.
That's right. So hopefully when he gets it back, it looks good and it doesn't look like some clown in a garage did it.
It's not hailing, right?
If it is, you should go driving.
I have the summer tires on there. I would slide more around there than. Yeah, I
thought about that.
It's like one tank of gas on the summer tires.
Slipping around tonight on the way here. At one point I stepped on the gas. I didn't really press I have a Civic. I didn't press the gas hard, and those things, I lit it up. They would not hook up.
Well, you have like a economy compound tire, don't you?
No, I drive. I have Michelin Defenders on that thing. The very good tire.
Oh, so
they're
soft.
Not cheap.
Oh,
they're not soft. I mean, they're not. They're not whatever those.
What's the mileage on it?
I think they're a 60,000 mile tire.
That's not that soft.
No.
Yeah.
No, but they're really good in the rain.
No.
I can hear the rain right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. Sad Dad's podcast is getting sadder by the rain.
Rained out.
Getting rained out.
We'll go put a sad boat out there.
Yeah. But, speaking of kids and stuff, we moved my daughter down to college in Orange County. She goes to CSU Fullerton. And that is a long ways from home for a girl that really hasn't done anything. I'm surprised she's doing as well as she has.
You were down there over the weekend. That's where you went over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Fullerton's family weekend, and they had a bunch of things going on all weekend, but we only did through the program, we bought some tickets for the Anaheim Angels and went to the Angels game, and that was a lot of fun.
Did they win?
Oh, yeah, they kicked butt.
Really?
Yeah, they beat the A's.
Yeah.
But
did you see me get arrested? I was the one doing the dancing.
That guy got kicked out.
That's funny that would happen. Was he doing anything dangerous, or he was just out there doing
that video that you saw? So we were there, and there's a dude up in the outfield stands that just was dancing like nobody's looking, and he was going nuts, and for like 5-10 minutes at a time, and then everyone in my section was watching this guy because it was hilarious, trying to figure out what is this dude's deal.
What's he on?
Yeah, kind of. And then
can I get some?
Yeah,
happy dad.
Yeah, he was not sad. He sat down and had a break. He drank some water, and when he stands back up to start again, he's got another shirt on. He like changed his shirt,
Wow.
and he was wearing these silver gloves
Okay.
that kind of look like Michael Jackson gloves, but on one on each hand.
Heavily bedazzled.
Yes, very silvery.
Or like the Under Armour wide receiver garbage.
I don't know. They were very sparkly. And then, so he's going nuts. Next thing you know, security is coming down to take him away, and people were booing him, and it was pretty funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you're out there and you're not hurting anybody,
It was really funny.
you do you.
He's like, come on,
If it
like,
was 9 Inch Nails or something, no one had given two shits.
well, I think that he didn't have a ticket there
Oh.
because he wasn't there earlier in the game. He was only there in the last couple innings.
Tickets, please.
Yeah. So I don't know if they kicked him out or just made him go back to his original seat.
Give him
But
the Indiana Jones.
It was
off the
very
board.
funny. Very funny.
Tickets, please.
Tickets, please. Get
No,
on the train.
no ticket.
No, sorry. So, yeah. But anyway, so that's a tough one. That was having your daughter actually move away, who's only 17, was probably one of the harder things of an adult parent.
Right.
Oh, man,
Because
that
that's
was-
one of those, that's the end of that road
Yeah, and
of shepherding, corralling.
And I mean, I
Nursing.
don't get too choked up very easy. My wife is having a harder time with it than I am, for sure.
Yeah.
But I still, even still, I started thinking about it. It kind of bums me out. Although I will say that over the weekend, she was such a pain in the butt that I told her,
I was going to say, so
I'm almost
The next
happy to take you to school and just drop you off and say goodbye because I'm done dealing with the attitude. But, that's teenagers.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I think judging the reaction, like when you come through the dorm room door, is probably one of those. Like, so how are we doing as far as the missing goes? When it starts to turn into, oh hey mom, hey dad.
Well, it's kind of funny that you're talking about that because she really hasn't been away from home
Right.
much.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been down there.
Yeah.
We've been down there twice now, and she's been home once.
Yeah.
And so she's only been there for like a month. So if you really think about it, she really hasn't been on her
is
own
her,
a whole
is
lot.
her misser as sore as Shan's? Does
She definitely misses her mom.
No.
She doesn't give much rips about me, I think.
No.
But I mean, I think she does miss me, but she's definitely a mama's girl.
Yeah.
And so she's going to be coming home. We found out last night for my wife's birthday. And also we booked flights for Thanksgiving.
You're going down there for Thanksgiving?
No, for her to come
For
home.
her to come home.
Yeah. So,
What about Halloween?
no, not for Halloween.
Oh.
Well, my
Who
wife's
knows what
birthday's
those college kids do?
my wife's birthday's on the 22nd, so almost Halloween.
And this is a holiday weekend?
What,
you have-
Halloween?
No, Columbus. Is this a 3-day weekend for
Oh,
down there? I, oddly enough, have the 3-day weekend. Of course, I work
Sometimes.
Saturday and Monday.
Ugh.
So the 3-day weekend really is only
I have had Columbus Day off in the past, but it's
not this go round.
the way they reschedule the days to fit certain holidays depend on whether or not there's enough days left over to get Columbus Day, and I'm not
Oh.
sure that we get it this year. I don't believe we do. But I've had it off when everybody else was in school, so the kids and the wife are in school. and
Xander
I'm just
has
at home.
tomorrow, like another in-service day for the teachers. Tomorrow, like
On a
at,
Thursday.
on a
or-
Thursday. Yeah,
Today's Wednesday, right?
today is Wednesday. Like I don't know. Or maybe it was because to prevent a 4-day week. I don't know. So many in-service days now.
They go
As
to
an
school-
old guy,
Why would they have? I've never understood quite the concept of making the schools. And this is coming from a dad who's put 2 kids through all the grades. I've never understood making the kids go to school longer like as far as the calendar is concerned. Like they go to school in the beginning of August now,
Right.
and they don't get out until June. But then they've added all these in-service days. Well, if you take those days away, then your summer is a little longer.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's been explained to me, and a lot of times it's kind of like, all right. I think the hours are there either way. I don't know. Like you get just as many. Yeah, it's like.
Do teachers get so far behind they need an in-service day where they have work to do?
I don't know.
Are they not managing their time well? If you're a teacher and you're listening to this, I would love to know.
Yeah. What are the in-service days purposeful for? Like, what's the purpose of straight?
Is it literally to swap all
Lengthening-
your things that are on the walls from September over to October?
The fall.
Hey, it's October.
Well,
And,
I would think that there's like a study there. Hopefully. Oh. Teacher in Service Day brings the teachers together to enhance teaching skill, learn. So it's like a
training?
yeah, it's like training to keep.
It's like kumbaya stuff?
Well, maybe for liberal arts.
Is that what? Well, wait, isn't that what they're saying, that they like have training or something?
Yeah, it's like training for the teachers, like using a calendar day for the teachers to get up to speed on new curricula.
All right. Like
It could be a lot like
the new math?
and Datus probably knows this. Like so, in when I was in high school, when we were still carving things into stone, we would have
had real lead in our pencils.
we would have a thing that was essentially like a slush period, where you could do homework, or you could go and get tutoring in a specific subject. And up at Bear River, they called it Bruin Hour. So
Yeah.
it was, for some kids, you could stuff it in between, just before the period between lunch, or if you were lucky and you were like a senior and you managed to move your thing around, you got your Bruin Hour or your Bruin period, and it butted up against the bell. So you essentially got half an hour out before school ended.
Now, see, when I was in high school, we had 7 periods. And when I was a senior, you got, like, if you had all of your points or whatever you needed for math and everything, you didn't have to fill that one of those classes with an elective. You could just have a free period.
Take it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then you would take free period in the morning or in the afternoon, and you could take first or seventh
You
off.
just didn't have to be there.
Right.
So there was no attendance.
Right.
You
For that
could,
period.
could you leave campus?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
that was the best part of it.
Let's see. So
Are you kidding?
my sister, who was 2 years behind me, I think was the last class at Bear River where they had open campus.
Oh,
When my brother got to Bear
surprised
River,
they have that at all.
when my brother got to Bear River, the campus was closed. You couldn't leave. Once you were on campus, you were done.
That's how my school was.
Yeah, but we would do obviously when I had a car and I was in high school, it was you had a mad dash as soon as the bell rang for lunch. Get to the parking lot, get out before the gridlock started, and you tried to make your way down to the Combi Market to get a sandwich.
Right.
And if you were really ballsy, you tried to make a sprint to Auburn to a Taco Bell or Taco Tree.
Taco Tree,
Taco
yeah.
Tree.
Right.
None of us could get there that fast, but the people that had their Bruin period before lunch, those guys were the ones that came back. Was like, we're going to Taco Tree at Bruin period. I'm like, here's $5. Get me a buffet of Taco Tree.
Absolutely.
And I think part of it was there towards the end, the closure of campus had a lot to do with the school was getting bigger, but also it was starting to create too much traffic, like gridlock. right there at the lights, and so kids were coming back late.
Well, I'm surprised that they would have much concern over that high school being open campus when there really isn't much around.
Yeah, well, I think it was the Sprint.
Think about Placer High School is open campus now, even still.
Oh,
and that taco tree that's right there by their.
I bet they just rake
that
in.
place just fills up with high school kids like you would not believe.
I wonder what that looks like. They just like have tacos queued. God, I'm really hungry for tacos.
They just literally
want some tacos.
Tacos.
You got some tacos?
I love tacos. It's my favorite food.
Go to Nick's Taco.
I love Nick's Taco.
I love Nick's Taco.
Nick's Taco.
Yeah, I know, right? We're done. Nick's Taco.
But that at the taco tree there, the counter is like, I think they have three, maybe 4 registers across there.
Yeah.
That whole thing is 4 lines with probably 8 or 9 kids deep on each line waiting to order food at lunchtime. It's crazy.
How have you been in there at that time?
Because I used to work in Newcastle.
Oh,
and we would go there for
there
lunch.
you go. There you go. Well, that makes you dumb. Why would you do that?
Well, sometimes you'd pull up and be like, shit.
Oh, it's too late.
We did not make it. And you would be okay going through the drive-thru because most of the kids are walking over.
Right.
But you would not go in with all those kids.
That's a mess of a lot, too.
Yes.
To have all of those kids.
Yeah. And then there was that Mongolian place down the street.
Sums.
They would make it down there, too.
I could see that. Oh, man, boy, did they have pre-made stuff?
No. And they would go through the Mongolian line with the bowl and the stuff is just pouring out.
Yeah.
And then they would just get it to go and then walk back. Yeah. It's not that far.
That's a bunch of quick, fast trips around that Mongolian plate, though.
Yeah. I think it's less than a quarter mile to the campus from there.
I'd enjoy fucking that up, though. But like, make mine hot. I'm putting mine hot. And then everyone, you clean grill. Clean grill now.
Oh, yeah.
You have peanut allergy.
Oh.
I want peanuts, lots of extra peanuts.
I love peanuts in my
all y'all's gonna be late for social studies. What? I got the peanuts.
Plus all the hot.
Yeah, all the hot.
Do you like the grill hot? No? Okay, well, you're going to wait while we clean it.
I got some chili pepper here. Yeah.
There's nothing better than spicy Mongolian with peanuts in it.
Yeah, I like me some peanuts.
You also peanut tacos. Has anyone ever made those?
He has the peanut salsa at Nick's Taco.
You're right.
And it is fucking amazeballs.
You're right. I forgot about that. It's a really odd. I mean, it's like peanut butter looking.
It is. It's like a Thai peanut thing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Tasty, really good.
I love it.
You ever put it on your taco though? You just eat chips with it, or you put it on your taco?
I think I've put it the last couple times I've been there, I get the sampler. Minus the one where we went like a brunchy time. I don't remember what I got. But yeah, we'll go get like the 3 little sample cups and get tons of salsa, and the sample tacos, I'll put it on.
One thing I'll say about Nick's Taco is it can be expensive.
Yeah.
Some of their tacos are like $5 something a piece for one taco. So if you want 2 or 3 tacos, you're looking at now $10 or $15 just for tacos.
Yeah. And a lot of it too, relative when you're asking like, do you put the salsa on it? It's like those are the kind of tacos to me where
you eat them how they make them,
how they're presented,
right?
Because they're, and I'm gonna get fancy here and say flavor profiles are right.
Yeah,
he's designed all of those things. Yeah. It's not ground beef and some shredded lettuce and some tomatoes.
Yeah,
there are particular types of cheese, a particular type of
chefed up tacos,
right?
Yeah,
amazing.
Yes.
So it's like, we're going American, going to put ketchup on it, like kind of thing. It's like, no, for those, especially that sampler plate, it's like I'll consume them as intended, as the chef designed it. And like I said, I've had the sampler plate 2 times, and so then once I've experienced it, like, oh, now what about this twist? And I'll put that the salsa.
What was
on
the
there.
one I remember? We went and I said, "Oh, they had a whatever." Oh, it was like a fried chicken and waffle taco or something, wasn't it?
No, it was some.
They had a fried chicken taco, and it was one of the most amazing tacos I've ever had.
shit.
It was insane. It was on the special. It wasn't on the regular menu. It was on the special.
I remember
menu.
you saying that, but I don't remember you saying it was fried chicken. But it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, it was delicious. It
Venus
was really
follows
good.
him on, I think Instagram, and every once in a while he'll do like I'm sure he probably does it more than every once in a while, but the really good highlight shit, Venus will like, hey, look at this, and it's like something where it's like a special. His specials, if you're not there or you're not already going, you gonna miss that boat,
Yes.
son.
I like that place because for me personally, my wife is, and my daughter too, both vegetarian, and so it's really difficult to find. It's not super difficult, but it is harder. It makes it more of a challenge to find decent places to eat that offer good vegetarian options along with your meat.
Your
Options.
normal Metasaurus.
And they do a good job, I think, with their vegetarian options there.
I think that's what makes like Mexican cuisine seems to be able to ride that either way.
Right.
Very well fitted towards a vegan vegetarian diet,
Grilled veggies of some
Right.
sort or something like that.
as well as
Yeah.
Metasaurus.
Or tofu. That's another big
Yeah.
one. If you can get tofu, for the wife anyway, if you
Yeah.
can get tofu tacos or something like that, she's all over that. She's all over that stuff.
I like the tofu too.
I do like tofu, but I like it in my miso soup.
Yes, yeah. Now it's about soup weather. I'm looking outside. It's about time to start making
like
the chilies and the misos.
It went winter on us literally in a day.
Yeah.
Hey, it's winter.
By the way,
It's still hot outside. It's,
I mean, we were
75
90
degrees.
degrees last week.
yeah, it's 75 degrees.
Hating life.
It's like muggy and rainy outside, and it's dark.
It's the end of September, and we're checking into 90-plus degrees. Stupid.
It
Welcome
is.
to California.
It's only going to get worse. I mean, global warming is not real,
No.
but it's going to get worse.
Yeah. It's cool.
I mean, I hear about global warming, and I'm like, whatever. Can I just tune my diesel pickup so it spews black smoke?
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'll just reuse the fryer oil. And it'll save something.
Yeah.
Maybe a
I
polar
just
bear.
peanut oil in my...
Right.
I actually use my oil tank in my giant Cummins turbo diesel to fry fries while I'm driving.
While you're driving. It's very American of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't have a Cummins turbo diesel.
No.
I have a Civic, which is pretty sad.
With really good tires.
They're good tire. They're just good average tires. I mean, the thing of it is I drive a lot because of my commute, and if I don't spend the extra money to get Michelins, I'm replacing them twice as quick. That's how that works for me.
So when you hear or read the 60,000 miles life, tread wear,
I don't.
are
usually-
you getting that out of your Michelins?
not? I probably on the Michelins is probably the closest I'll get than to any other tire that claims that
50%? 70%?
I would say probably in that range.
So that's an interesting thing to probably come back to at some point, because I'm curious to what's the real world tread life of something that you go to a tire store and they say 100,000 miles. Okay. So how many miles? You have my calendar or my appointments. The last time I wrote a check here or swiped my debit card. When was I in here last? You were in here last February something. So now here's my odometer. How many miles did I actually get on these tires?
Well, now that you're saying that, my father-in-law had a set of tires on his Odyssey that he did not get anywhere close to the mileage he was supposed to get.
Yeah.
And he went back to America's Tire Company, and also Data's had this happen to him too.
So like a prorate?
Yeah, they gave him, he bought a new set of tires. It ended up costing him hardly anything because
It was $650. He paid $350.
yeah, he paid half because of the proration of how much
Now
much
that-
they
that-
were rated for and how
many miles he actually got.
Yeah.
Now, is that because he said something, or because they recognized as a customer he had been in, within a decent amount of time, and
That
where you're back here?
I don't recall if he said something or not. He said something?
Did he?
I said something.
On
See,
his
I
behalf?
think you have to no.
Make a speak up?
He said Data said something when he went to get his tires too. So I think you have to speak up. Otherwise,
And
they'll
I'm
just-
sure that's not necessarily the vendor or the tire manufacturer's fault per se, but
Right.
I think because obviously the roads play a significant, and the roads, your driving habits,
and style.
and then you've got your what the treadwear life actually is in some lab testing.
Whether or not you rotate your
Right.
tires.
The weather, all of those things, I'm sure take into account
Yeah.
the actual life of the tire. But it
Absolutely.
would be interesting as a tire manufacturer if that stuff is tracked.
Oh, like how
Because I
many
think
of their
that
customers
would,
actually
right?
make
Because
it
that
to
would be
the-
like a almost like if you could, as a tire manufacturer, I think that would help you sell a more realistic
well, yeah, you
time
know,
frame of what you're going to get out of your tires. Like in California, these tires, which we rate at 60,000 miles, you're looking more at 30. If you're looking for a more stronger compound for California driving in this part of the state, you're looking at these set of tires. And this will get you 10,000 more miles, but it is $60 extra
it's
dollars.
probably based on their testing of the tire, and I'm sure they have some specific sort of testing that they put their tires through that give them.
That'd be good data. I would love to see that data. Be like,
Yeah.
show me a tire.
I'd like to see how they test them. They don't just. I don't think they just throw them on a car and run them around the track. I think they actually have like something in a warehouse where it's like tires mounted and it just rolls, and then they check the wear gauge and it's down to the wear bar or something.
Do you want to end on a fun story?
Sure.
Because we're at the tail end here.
Yeah.
5
We
minutes.
are getting close.
So speaking of tires, we'll wrap it into tires.
All right, wrap it into tires.
The Jalopnik article about the guy in the 900 horsepower Mustang that drifted around the Nürburgring.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the follow-up article to how many sets of tires he went through?
No.
3 sets of tires.
Oh geez.
3 sets of
Well,
tires.
that's a long track.
And he drifted the whole thing. I read the article, but I hadn't watched
Well,
it.
wait a second. How do you? Are you stopping
No.
partway? Wait,
well,
what?
yeah, I'm sure to change his tires, there are cuts that he has to, because there are some site where he drifts off and he gets into the three-quarter
grass.
crush granite
Oh,
kind of thing.
yes.
And I'm sure that shortly after that, they cut the jacket, couple set of tires, and then he
Right there on the track.
Oh, I'm sure. There's no need to, because they don't give you. Well, I mean, who's to say? I bet a Monster was sponsoring it, and I think Forza, the video game, was in there. I'm sure they
Well-
got more laps than normal, but time is right. The watch is the stopwatch is ticking.
Yeah.
You get 2 laps. A lot of times it's just 2 laps. So if they can cordon off the track, to
So
let
this
them
was 3 sets of tires in 2 laps, or 3 sets of tires.
Well, the
in-
video looked like it was just 1 loop around,
Oh, okay.
but they went through for the length of the video and 1 lap as far as the
What they say.
what they produced as a video consumption was one lap of drifting, the entire loop.
Well, I noticed that the lead picture on that article, I didn't read the article because I didn't have time today, but I noticed that the lead picture was the hairpin turn that's got the bank on it.
Oh, yeah.
And he was up on the, because we talked
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
How do you drift on the bank?
And he had 3 wheels.
He was doing
and the fourth was just not even touching.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does that. It's the whole length of the track.
That's
it's
crazy.
Fucking amazeballs. And he does some, I think there was like a gif of like he does like a fishtail, like a J turn to a fishtail.
Who was driving?
God, I can't remember.
What's that?
Von Gittin Jr.?
Huh.
Yeah.
What's the other dude that does all the gymkhanas?
Ken Block. Shame on you.
That's who they should do, is
Shame
have
on you.
Ken Block do it.
I would have liked to seen the thing that Mike sent us with the Isle of Man and the Subaru. Like, show me that in an RS, in a Ford
Those
all-wheel drive.
Oh my gosh, that track, the Isle of Man TT track is so narrow in places. And the speeds that they go, I can't imagine doing that in a car.
Like, you could see some of those things where it gets like,
Oh yeah.
and like it's like
they're hopping around,
skipping around.
Yeah.
Ooh, danger, Will Robinson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boy. Wow. Well, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Don't forget, this is Sad Dad's Club podcast, and subscribe if you like us. We got stuff coming. This is just an intro show, so you can kind of get to know us.
We're all over the board, but that's kind of just how we are.
Subscribe,
But we'll
rate,
get a little bit
review.
more. Subscribe, rate, review.
And we'll see you next time. And
Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening.